Right.
So this is essentially the fuck you squad.
So, just like last time, they once again throw the bows at you, but this time one of them manages to catch you. And your hands get tied up and you get pushed back towards the wall. Luckily, however, the smoke quickly dissipates and the coughing that it caused and distracting you is now completely gone. And while this happens, by the way, you realize that once again, your back is against the cold, hard stone wall. And you are tied up. And that's where you hear from behind you, in the shadows, you know, we really need to stop meeting like this. People are gonna talk.
Very funny. Are you going to help me or not?
That depends. Are you gonna leave strange messages for me and wait for me with a knife in hand?
You can't blame a girl for trying to protect herself.
Well, I guess that's fair enough. The next moment you feel a dagger on the back of your... well, on your back, and it slowly starts moving up your spine. Almost like with a slight tingle. And then snip, and your hands are free.
Should I consider this to be foreplay?
I mean, consider it what you want. This is a first date after all.
Oh, is that what this is?
Just
Stop
so we're clear-
flirting!
Just so we're clear, I have no idea who these people are. They're not the locals.
I see you guys.
I got that. They seem confused.
You know, Lucy's kind of in a bind. You could help her.
Can you just stop flirting and can we get this over with already?
By the way,
Jesus.
Alyssia, as you're looking back and forth, he just whispers into your... So, do you want me to step out, or are you guys gonna be okay? I kinda don't wanna blow my cover here.
Actually, wait. Quick question to confirm where the fuck he is. Like, I'm back up against the wall, and he's speaking to me from the shadows, as if he's inside the shadow itself.
No. There is a small back narrow way on one of the side walls that's basically between the buildings. It's not meant to be quote-unquote walkable. There's just a small gap between them, and he is actually sideways inside the gap.
Okay, in that case, we'll probably be fine. But we do need to talk later.
Yes, I know. He slips you a dagger, by the way.
Oh, my prince, my knight in shining armor or something.
I want it back, by the way. Don't chip it. It's good.
Yes, I'm sure it is. Stand back before someone sees you.
And as you say that, that's his cue to slip back into the shadows, and you step out of the smokes armed with a weapon. In the meantime, Lucretia, the guy that's been holding you, decides to make the hold even worse by pinning you to the ground. Because you're struggling too much, he doesn't like that. So let's see, defend yourself using Dex or Strength. You actually managed to prevent him from making the grapple worse. As this happens to the guy, he begins to panic and scream in pain, and he lets you go as he's trying to, well, protect himself from what just happened. You see that the other guys begin to panic after what you guys were doing, like literally an arrow of fucking lightning that came out of nowhere, and it is fucking backhanding the fucker in a two flyby. You notice that the guys are starting to panic a little bit and starting to get confused by what the fuck, man, what's going on right now?
And as
Give me your
said
money.
before, give me your money.
Are you robbing the robbers
them.
right now?
She's a bit confused, like, wait, who's robbing who?
Iris, as I said before, you all should leave before this gets bad.
I mean, most of them basically the maneuver specialists.
So essentially I stop.
Wow.
It's like, oh, she's okay. Turn around, grab one of their heads with one arm as my muscles flex, like, hey.
Ah!
And then I'm going to look towards his friend. and I'm gonna start beating him with his friend.
Oh my god.
Just
Make me an athletics check, by the way. With advantage
Oh.
because of that crit.
God damn it. How?
That's good enough.
just
So you
Why?
basically grab the guy and use him as a weapon against his other guy.
this is what you get for robbing people.
Oh god! She's killing Bob by using Johnny!
That doesn't seem physically possible. That's why he was screaming too.
The guys are beginning to panic and seem completely demoralized. Alyssia, what do you do?
Well, Alicia's getting real tired of this shit. So she says in Goblin, I'm getting real tired of your shit. And I want to take a level of exhaustion to automatically hit with the bow of the coming storm.
So as the guy begins to panic as the bow is aimed at him, he gets ready to dodge again, but you straight up predict where he's gonna end up and fire the arrow without even thinking about it. BAM! You nail him to the wall like a rat, and he dies on the spot instantly.
Is it like electrocuted?
Oh yeah.
Basically frying like a fucking squid.
As this happens, you can imagine his friends immediately freak the fuck out and they begin panicking and screaming like crazy. Some of them actually have tears in their eyes and they're starting to run away. As this is happening, you notice that somebody who was casually walking in one of the main streets looks towards that area. They immediately start screaming, big bro, there you are! Big bro, they attacked us, those crazy people, they killed Johnny! They killed Johnny! They begin to panic, the guy looks confused as fuck and doesn't say anything. And they just completely start running away. The guy looks confused after the man that just left and then enters the alley to see you guys. And looks towards one of the dead people. And as he sees one of the people dead, his expression changes to that of, well, anger. By the way, yes, he is, as you see him in the picture, there is a small, weird demon creature on his back.
By the way, as I turn around, can I see like what Alicia's done? It's like, oh come on, they weren't even a threat. Why did you? And I
By the
just
way, you
drop.
see the picture, right?
Yeah, I do. It's like I just dropped the one I was holding. It's like, come on.
Oh right, you don't speak Goblin. Well, like I said, I got real tired of their shit.
Still, it wasn't like they were gonna hit. They hadn't even touched us. I think, apart from Lucy. You okay?
The
I'm
guy just
fine.
quietly goes over to where the person is pinned on the wall. He grabs the arrow with his mechanical hand, snaps it off, and pulls it out, letting his friend lie down on the ground and closes his eyes with his real arm. He then gets back up and looks at you angrily. The demon on his shoulders begins growling at you.
Wait, a quick question, Explorer. Isn't the arrow basically pure energy? So wouldn't it just dematerialize?
Oh yeah, it dematerialized, but it left behind actually a physical leftover copy for coolness effect.
Like crystal
Fair
arts
enough.
effect. Like, oh, it's awesome. That's why. Shut up.
So he basically snapped that and shattered it, and then put the body down and closed its eyes before getting his sights set on you guys.
You upset about your
He
friend?
immediately runs over to this guy's side and like the other says, Big bro, they attacked us out of nowhere. We were just minding our business.
What,
They,
you
they
liar!
killed Johnny.
You goddamn liar! You tried
killed
mugging
Johnny.
us.
And with that, the guy immediately runs away, leaving only this guy behind.
Correction, they tried to mug us. It did not go very well.
Well, yeah, but still, they tried.
By the way, you see on this guy's expression that it's not softening. He's not believing you.
It's like,
So
can I?
you're gonna have to roll something if
Yeah,
you wanna convince
can I
him
try
that,
persuasion?
you guys didn't start the fight.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, what do you tell him?
It's essentially, look, we didn't want any trouble. They tried to mug us. In fact, I didn't even want anyone to kill them, but looks like somebody got a little trigger happy. I'm sorry about your friend.
Rather than him speaking, to your surprise, the demon on his shoulders actually speaks up. The language is very hard to make out, but it's definitely common.
Ugh.
So again, it's very hard to make out because there's a lot of growling and mixed in garbled out noises in between. You still killed one of my friends.
Does he do
I'm
nothing?
just gonna have to keep you here until they come to arrest you.
You know, they're not going to believe you, right? Dude literally
You
has a
murdered
knife
a person. You should pay for your crimes.
in this place. Fine, I guess I'm going to have to get you out of the way.
If you don't want your friends to get killed, perhaps you should tell them not to mug people.
I'm not listening to anything you say.
Right, I immediately try to spin kick and knock him away. He has to make a strength save or be pushed back 16 feet.
What's the DC?
The DC is 17.
He fails, so as you pepper him with a lot of kicks, he gets pushed back violently. The next moment, he brushes himself off and cracks his knuckles on his only hand, obviously, because the other one doesn't need any cracking. He then reaches behind his back, grabs his little demon friend and puts him down on the ground. The next moment, he slams his fists together and immediately charges at you. He immediately sucker punches you and tricks you. He goes in with a quick jab from his left hand, but then he immediately follows up with a right hook. Make a con save.
He has some sort of bullshit flipping abilities that I don't have. I already know this.
Iris, you are completely disoriented from his attack.
What the hell?
And he then full attacks you 3 more times. However, he gets advantage. 2 more hits go in. In total, you suffer 19 damage. It's
Okay.
your move. Unless somebody else wants to step in.
Well, first things first, I stillness of mind and rid myself of stun before
What in
flipping
the
back
fuck
up.
is this shit?
Well, if you're not gonna make a decision, Iris, it's your move.
Okay.
I'm gonna just snipe him.
Okay.
Oh.
That was
Oh
terrible.
wait, you're sniping his
damage.
arm.
No,
He,
I guess.
he fails to make that con save. So he
I mean, what
takes
does Shatter
damage.
do otherwise?
If it's a inorganic material that has disadvantage, basically it just really affects. It's a spell that really affects metal.
Oh yeah, his hand, it's definitely showing wear and tear from that. He notices that something's wrong with his hand, but he shrugs it off and keeps going.
At that point, if I can notice her doing behind thing, essentially I'm going to slide in and I'm bringing both hands down to try and attack the arm again.
Well, at least it isn't
better.
a crit fail.
Yeah.
Right, only your critical hits. You hear a very loud crackle from his arm. It definitely took some serious blows. So instead of relying on it, he starts pushing it back and he shifts his guard using his normal human arm forward.
Are you within 5 feet of him?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is right in her face.
Great. Then I'm going to shoot an arrow at him.
Oh yeah, it does. Roll damage.
22 piercing then, and 10 electrical. No, 32
Ooh.
piercing and 10 electrical.
That's pretty good. However, he triggers his ability against projectiles and he manages to avoid most of that damage. You see that he's starting to get winded. Fighting a person head on with 2 people supporting them is a little bit much for him right now since he wasn't expecting a fight. And he's starting to back off a little bit with his arm being broken. Luckily, at this point you hear a commotion. Finally, some of the city authorities have noticed what's happening and they're rushing for the alley. As soon as they are, he immediately starts running away for it, confident that now at least you guys are gonna get spotted and probably caught for what you, well, have done. Since there's nothing else he can do in the situation, he bolts.
Experta.
Yeah.
That shadowy place where 17 was, can I slip in there?
Yep.
I slip in there.
Make me a stealth check.
Wow.
They'll never see it coming.
Disappear.
Alyssia is gone. Nobody knows where she went.
By the way, Iris just sighs and turns around towards the cops. It says, by the way, the criminal's getting away.
They scream when they see the body. Nobody move. Yeah, you go after them. We'll deal with this. Two of the cops start running after the guy that's running away. 2 or 3 stay with you guys in the alley to assess what the hell is going on.
I will calmly explain the situation and note that the death was an unfortunate accident through our means of self-defense. I will spread my condolences very much, and I will apologize profusely.
There.
Anyone can say that they are.
That with combined with the bonus is actually gonna be enough. They obviously can't let you go because there's literally a murder here.
Yeah, of course.
So they start questioning you on the spot. Luckily, after a while, however, somebody comes to vouch for you, so it's fine. And you're let go without any repercussions.
Hey!
Hello,
Hey!
it's me again.
We actually missed you. You're one of the nice people here.
I missed you too. It's good that I can be of assistance again.
How are you back online, by the way?
Well, after the unfortunate incident that happened a few days ago, things have steadily been returning back to normal now that the steel mill is under our control again. As such, I was restarted.
It's nice to see that you're operational again.
Yes, very much so.
Thank you. Also, is it my misunderstanding, or do you seem a lot more, well, at ease around me? She looks towards you, Lucretia, because if you remember, you were pretty on edge last time.
It's been a long week or so.
Ah, yes. It must be quite tiring with, well, everything going on.
No kidding. But how did they find a powerful enough source of energy to bring you back?
Well, it's not like I needed that much, it's just that, well, it's complicated. But don't worry, the situation is mostly under control, and our scientists are hard at work to, well, get everything running 100%, even without the power source that we used to have. Ah, I see. Then perhaps for your safety, so that nothing like this would happen again, I should do my job properly and guide you there.
That would be lovely.
She looks down towards the corpse of the person and goes, "It seems that he was classified as company waste. That is a shame."
Oh.
God damn you, Expert.
Alright, now I've gotta add a company waste card to this campaign's deck.
That's just for the nerds that were in another game. Don't worry about it.
You have been classified as company waste.
She didn't say that in character. That was just a joke.
Okay.
It's too late.
Also,
the card's already been added.
I just love the image of like the guy who got skewered to the wall and like basically deep fried like a fucking squid.
As you walk into the familiar workshop,
Actually,
Butch looks extremely tired behind the counter. Right. You see Butch in his workshop and he looks pretty tired, like he hasn't slept all night. He's enjoying his cigar though. If it wasn't for this, I would have killed myself a long time ago.
How are you doing, Butch?
Tired, your fault. Get your stuff.
Would you like a job at my place? She says as she's like picking through all the cool
I
things.
immediately elbow you in the side.
Ow!
He's fine where he is.
But he makes such nice stuff.
I just give her a look.
She goes,
Lucretia says like, I do not want the science experiments in my house.
No, it's more like he's perfectly fine where he is. We're not playing NPC Pokemon here.
I feel that's exactly what the base was for. NPC Pokemon, we already collected a few.
Wrong campaign.
No, that's
Right.
pet Pokemon.
Anyway, yeah.
So, let's see. Lucretia, you wanted the basic sharpening for your weapons, and you wanted your shield to be improved, right?
Yes, and my armor to be improved.
For your armor to be improved, it's gonna be visible, though. Are you okay with that?
No, just like up. I just wanted the only modification I really wanted was to the shield, so I can have more versatility.
Right. So the shield has been modified. You get to use it as you wish. Your weapons have been greatly sharpened, so much so that you're gonna be going through those machines like a knife through butter.
Or a knife through steel.
However, as you can imagine, your weapons are, well, a bit more distinct than what you would normally buy from a blacksmith in the continent.
Wait, does
However,
this...
it's not that bad.
I'm just making it clear. Does this mean that it has the property to disregard any resistances regarding slashing now?
Yes.
Ah.
And my shield, I can
Fuck
do
me.
what I was wanting to do, which was be able to change the damage types of attacks.
Also, since your weapon's more durable, you can rely on it that it's not gonna break as easily when dealing with these machines.
And my shield does the thing that I wanted it to do with
Yes.
the changing up the
Yes.
all right.
Alyssia,
Nice.
for you, what you wanted and got was the grappling hook. And what did you want? Something else apart from your weapons sharpened? Oh yeah, you
That's-
also wanted to add some poison type tunnels added to them, so you can use poison weapons.
Yeah, basically, essentially a delivery system, so you can just insert
Yep.
vials of poison into the hilt rather
Okay,
than...
all of that
yeah.
is handled.
Also,
and
wait,
taken care of.
the shit he did to my boots, what does it mechanically actually do?
Now you have boot knives in both of them.
I have
Yeah.
given the Ovean treatment.
Well, it was actually in this case, the boot knives in the sole, extend by clicking my heels together.
You can use them as weapons. Good job.
Wait, was that? Oh yeah, that was what it did. Yeah, right. Never mind.
Plus they count as concealed weapons, so you know.
Yeah, wait, but didn't you say something about him adding like some special soft leather thingy to the soles or to make them quiet or something? Or was that something I just imagined?
I mentioned something about that, but that was not for you per se. That's something that you can add to normal armor to make yourself a bit more, well, stealthily. Since you're not actually wearing any heavy armor, it's not like you need anything particularly.
Okay, fair enough.
But since you're not worried about your armor being distinctly different, right?
No, as long as I can conceal
Apart from
it
the
beneath.
breastplate that he can do nothing about, he can actually improve the gauntlets and the feet, so you can have them dampened. That's gonna give you an advantage on stealth.
That's good. Yes, please. It's
So
really
yes,
good.
Since you're not worried about your gear being distinctive, you can act advantage to stealth.
By the way, I think that's advantage to stealth as long as you're being sound-wise, not they're looking straight fucking
Yes.
at you.
Well, obviously.
Sound-wise.
No, I disappear because I have quiet shoes.
Quite shush.
Right, Iris, he has improved your darts. They're gonna be extremely effective for puncturing through metal and tough objects.
Iris is like smiling first when she looks towards the other two, and then she looks sad.
Wait, question. Like this sharpening for all of us basically means that the weapons now ignore like things that soak slashing damage or something. Or
Basically,
what?
if you remember when you were fighting the machines before, even though they were not that tough, your weapons were getting stuck and there was always a problem that they might get destroyed. But now you don't have to worry about stuff like that and you can fight normally.
Okay,
Should
fair
we
enough.
hang on? Should we just put plus against machines or something instead of
Yeah,
bypass?
just put in plus against machines.
Because it doesn't bypass slashing resistance. Then it just the machines don't have any
like
special
I said,
condition.
these weapons are modified and made to fight machines, but that being said, they are still counted as sharpened. I mean, just as he showed you, just his normal knife cutting through a piece of paper. So they are extremely sharp. In that case, they are very effective.
Alright. Yeah, Iris is like looking down at her darts. It's like, thanks. Get a cool
Anything
shield.
else?
I want a harpoon gun.
What upgrades did Horatius get? Or nothing?
I think he just wanted basic sharpening for his weapon.
Alright, well I'm
Yeah.
basically donning my armor and shield and like strapping my stuff out, and then I'm strapping his halberd to my back and carrying his armor.
Right. As you guys are getting ready to leave, he tosses you a gauntlet. It is here.
Huh? What's this? She like looks at it from.
You are eyeing it. Just fucking take it.
It's like, are you sure? She says, putting it on still.
Piss off. I'm tired. I wanna go to bed.
I'll bring you back something nice.
I doubt it. They always say that. Grumble, grumble.
He's like, seriously, we have to bring him back something nice. I want more things.
The gauntlet is, by the way, the rocket punch one that he used earlier. So you know what it does.
Flying glove. I can now punch from
Also,
a
it has a
distance.
secondary function that he didn't tell you about, but you can easily figure out. Just the upper part of the gauntlet can be fired off with a string, and it can grab something and pull it back towards you, but it has to be a very small item.
By the way, it's like, it's fitting with it, it's like, suddenly the glove fires off, it's like, whoops.
Keep in mind it's spring loaded, so loading it up takes a while, so you can't spam it.
Alright, so in other words, I fire it out, it comes back, it's back on my hand, but I can't fire it again immediately.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, that's cool. It's useful. That's what I want, is versatility. That's nice.
And poor Butch goes to bed, absolutely exhausted. And I'm
have to get
assuming at
nice
this point
cigars.
probably Alyssia is gonna share what she found out.
Yeah. Just assume that I essentially tell them about what I learn about the village.
By the way, you see Iris like leaning over a bit and going, I can't be left to like just plan this shit out, can I? Okay, right. I guess we're heading there. Right. Let's go to where we were gonna go first, then back to the mansion, get everything ready, and then we're gonna start the plan. Alright. Gonna have to worry about the girl
Are you
later.
sure you don't wanna rush for the village right now? Are you sure? How sure are you?
I'm sure, because we don't have a secondary party member.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a shame.
If you say we miss it, I'm gonna fucking murder. I'm gonna come to Bulgaria and stab you.
Bulgaria, what's that? Can you eat it? I don't know that place.
It's where you live.
Who lives there? I don't know that country. Is that the country?
Watch out, you may reveal its location. It's like 5 foot of land.
Just two quick questions for form expert.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the spring-loaded boot knife essentially does dagger damage. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and the grappling hook uses it's just a standard range attack. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. Just checking.
Well, like I said, it's not really a weapon, so don't try to use it unless you modify it to be a weapon.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough.
Right. So
yeah.
should we switch to you guys leaving town and heading into that special secret awesome place?
Yes, let's go.
Should we do this without Adam here?
No, we're not heading to the village. We're heading to a
We're-
place where we want to bring
we're
you
going to the
alone
bar.
anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Precisely because Horatius isn't here.
Yes.
You're alone.
You're alone and we want to take advantage of
way,
you.
I have my armor on, so it's gonna be a lot harder.
by the way, you notice that there's some commotion in town. Amidst all the bullshit, at least something fun is happening. Because it was scheduled a long time before the demon invasion, and there's a lot of, people, resources, and money involved, and it's a pretty big deal. It's a fighting tournament.
What's
It's
too
held once a
Jake?
year.
It's too late for that now.
Just saying.
Fucking.
And it's being held in a few days straight, with the biggest catchline being that since the former champion is retired, a new challenger is guaranteed to step up to the plate and become champion this year. As for who the previous champion was,
Oh, it's
you
this
see
dude.
this poster.
Yeesh.
Looks like somebody is going to be taking this man's crown.
We'll
If
do
we
it
have
if we
time.
have time after saving the city.
By the way, since
we save the
because of
city.
the poster you'll know his name, now I'm actually gonna add his name.
It's like if we save the city.
see his
Nash
name now?
lights out Parker.
There we go. That's the previous champion that became champion last last time. So this year there's gonna be a new champion crowned. How about that?
Nash, lights out, Pucker. Nice. Hopefully we get to face him again, but we have to save the city first.
At which point the tournament will probably be over. Oh no.
Oh no.
How sad.
Lucretia, to your surprise, the guys lead you off in a random direction after consulting with the map. And they
Where are
hurl
we
you
going?
through a portal made out of pure fucking heresy.
Now, hang on. First, I explain the situation.
No explaining. That's not fun. She's immediately hurled through pure heresy. She starts hearing pure heresy, and then she sees
By the way,
pure heresy.
I have physically covered up her armor with a cloak, just so we're clear. Just like, put that over.
I
By the way-
can immediately recognize that every single person in this bar is a demon, right?
Most of them. You
Not
can
all of them, but
recognize.
most of
Some of them probably are demons.
Are you hyperventilating?
I'm just standing there in pure shock.
Now,
No, actually, Alyssia steps closer to Lucretia. Now, just try to remain calm. However, don't hesitate to step in if we call for your aid.
What the fuck is this?
I'll explain. Right, like basically she starts explaining. It's like, well, you see, this is where some contacts come along, and technically this is where we got that bow thing from. There's a guy in the back that takes demon souls, and
I'm
turns
just
into weapons,
slowly turning my head to look at you.
and
Unbridled confusion and rage is in my eyes.
we once they have really good singer in the back once. Look.
By the way, at this point, the waitress that you may remember from before approaches you guys with a smile. Hey, you haven't been here for a while. It's good to see you're doing all right.
Ah, hello. It's good to see you as well. She smiles away.
She looks towards Lucretia, who is obviously with you guys, and says, "So, it's good that you're bringing in more customers, but she's obviously eyeing her heavy armor and stuff, and says, just try not to break anything, okay?
Don't worry, she's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay, right? Be cool.
I want to leave.
We're leaving soon. It's a fucking dragon!
More like an ancient wyvern.
Fuck!
So, good luck, it's all you, soldier. Do it! Become a dragon slayer!